Hi everyone, Emma here. I am getting ready to show you how to make these lovely bracelets. Let's take a look at this one and then I'll show you the others at the end. These are beautiful, kind of a Easter themed bracelet, and these have these beautiful sunflower push clasps. These are gold plated. I got on AliExpress. And I used gold beads as well. And the pinch bail is from Butterfly Beads, and I really love these pinch bails. And I've used it a bit differently than you would normally, but I kind of wanted to have the bunny rabbit hanging like that. This stuff I really liked initially. It's super soft to work with, and in the preview video I showed you what I was doing with it. But I did find, since I was trying to adjust things, that it's way too soft, so it won't hold. So I did use some E6000 on the back of the clasp to make sure that the wire doesn't go through it. And it seems to be holding, but I would definitely change those out at some point as soon as I can find some nice ones that I can put these on. They just look so lovely, and I tried to find some see, these were like 50 cents each, well, probably about 40 cents each. Um, and I tried to find some on AliExpress for super cheap. I couldn't even find any nice chunky gold ones, so there it is. So these were about $1 a piece, maybe about 80 cents on AliExpress. And yeah, I again thought that maybe it was possible to get this cheaper, but I can't seem to find it anywhere cheaper. And they are gorgeous to work with. They're supposed to be gold plated, so there's that. So let's go ahead and start, and I'll just kind of explain things as I go. So I'm using the 10 millimeter glass pearls from Michaels. They come, I think, 4 or 5 strands, maybe 5 strands. Let's see if it says it on here. So if you're looking for these on Michaels, the Michaels website here in Canada is showing these. The image is really dark, so it looks like they're all kind of brown colors, but it's these. Because I went to reorder it and I was like, why can't I find them? So then I just did a basic search of glass pearls 10 millimeter, and the image came up. I'm like, oh, I remember when they were on sale, I thought, you know what, it's going to be a grab bag what I get, and I can always return it if I don't like it. So, and this is what I got. So definitely they are really nice, the colors. And yeah, it doesn't say how many strands, but I think there was 5 strands, which is a bargain. And because they're green tag, I think the green tags are $10, and I usually wait till there's a buy one get one free sale, so they end up being $5, which ends up being $1 a strand. So that, I think that's what it was. Did I $5? Yeah, $1 a strand. I have to think about that. So I'm gonna get started. I've ordered a bunch of crimp. I'm listening at the door. I think I hear a cat at my door crying. Um, I ordered a bunch of crimp tubes from Beadalon, and I'm just waiting for those. But in the meantime, I'm using these crimp beads, and let me bring this up a bit. I'm using crimp beads because it's a lot easier on my hand. I can maneuver. There's a cat outside my door crying. He's probably not crying at my door. My wife's in her office, so he's probably crying at her door. I laugh because he cries at the door to get in, and then he cries at the door to get out. Drives her nuts. I'm just gonna squeeze that. And that was probably, the wires were probably crossed, but again, for my poor little mitt. I'm gonna just do what I can. Some people have asked about my leather wrap bracelets and my mermaid bracelets, so just be aware I am doing some designs for them, and I'm hoping and to order some special beads, because I could probably show you this one here. These beads, these ones here, and these ones here, I like to get for my mermaid bracelets, because to me it feels very summery with the turquoise patina, but it also feels like it's, you know, like some treasure that you found at the bottom of the ocean, and it has all this kind of pitted patina on it, and it's just, they're gorgeous. So I add that to my bracelets. So yeah, I'm waiting to, I I have some unboxings to do. Surprise, surprise. So I normally, when I get unboxings or I get deliveries, I do them as soon as I get them and post it right away. I get so excited, I can't wait. I'm not waiting. But for the ones from Peggy from Buy the Beads, because her prices are so darn amazing, I like to let you know how much I paid so you can get excited and go to her site and order some. And apparently that's what happens. But so what I've been doing the last two is I go through my invoice and I write down the prices and the names of things. Because the other thing is, some of the beads I've never seen before. And I mean, some of them are old styles, but I'm pretty new to beading, so I like to have the names and the colors and stuff. So I had to write that on the paper, and of course I can't write with my right hand, so I have to do it with the left. So my chicken scratch. Here's an example of my chicken scratch. So these are, since we're talking about her stuff, so I got, and I apologize, I quickly, when I opened this and I was labeling them, I quickly went back to her site and ordered a ton of stuff. I even ordered stuff that didn't have pictures. That's how obsessed I am with check glass beads. I just did a Google search, looked at it, went, yep, that's what I thought it was. I'm ordering everything she has. So I went back and ordered all her bunny rabbits. When I saw these guys, I just about passed out. I cannot get over how adorable they are. And it's funny because I find that some of their animal images are not that great. So I'm like, I don't know. When I saw well, and the pictures are hard to tell. They're so tiny, right? They're so hard to tell. So when I got them in my hand, I was like, oh my God, I love them. Can I keep them? I have lots of bunnies now. So my big thing was I wanted to see the tail, and I flipped it over and it's another bunny. So I was sad there was no tail, but I was so happy. Now he has a friend on the other side. He's not alone. They're so beautiful. Oh my God, they're adorable. Look at how tiny they are. They're just, oh, I love them, love them, love them. I should show you, since I'm talking about this, I also got these guys, and I went back and ordered a bunch of these as well. These aren't as kind of cutesy, and they're definitely more expensive. These were $1.32 each, so like two for $2.65. So they're definitely bigger. Take a look at the difference. But these are amazing too. And if you put them, the difference in size. But if you put these on a mermaid bracelet, oh, lovely. Or earrings, because they're, see, this is what I thought this would be, top to bottom. Like that, the holes. But they're not. They're side from ear to ear. Gonna pinch them by the ear. that little bunny. Okay, so I put the second one on here. And just make sure this is on correctly. Yep, they both look like they're good. And I think I might just, this is probably not the way you would normally do this. You do these kind of finishings at the end. But did I tell you I'm not normal? So there. Let's see if we can tuck that a bit without scuffing it. There, that's not too bad. I gotta learn to leave things well enough alone. I'm sure you guys know. So I've been working on paintings because my hand was doing really well, and then I did these bracelets and I did some other stuff. Shh, don't tell my wife. And my hand swelled up like crazy and went purple and it was so sore. So I was like, you know what? And I found a awesome artist on YouTube that is doing a free portrait painting workshop in the month of April. So I thought I'd do some work on my skills for painting. So I worked on Miss Goldie today. And I did that as a kind of a warm-up because I had some really fine detail that had to be done on her bed. So now let's I guess at this point, oh look, I knocked all the beads. I had them all organized by color. Oh, it's probably like this. And well, you guys didn't tell me. I messed them all up. Okay, so but there's one belongs somewhere. Okay, so let's start with, where does that one go? It should be next to a peach. Maybe. This one, I feel like it needs to be in here somewhere. But it's by the green on the other side. So by the green. Let's do here. Okay, I'm going to follow this side here. We need the peach and then this one. But then this is in the wrong spot. I think these are all wrong, actually. Oh, this is so wrong on so many levels. Okay, let's count these first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That goes there. Oh, this is annoying. Something's not right here. I don't know that it's going to really matter, but in my pea brain, it matters. Let's do like that. See, these two colors are repeated too. Okay, so that is a full strand. So then we need a... See, I think what I had was I had the green starting on this side. Green there. Okay, this one's missing something here. These two guys, that's what it is. So there's 2, 4, 6. This is just... Let's try that. That looks like it'll match. It's annoying. Okay, so you know me, I like to chat. So let's chat. So how do you, or how, okay, I guess it's a two-part question. How do you celebrate the holiday, or do you celebrate the holiday currently? And then how did you when you were kids? So did you have an Easter egg hunt, things like that? So I had to tell you. So I was raised Catholic, so it was a big deal. So it started with Ash Wednesday and went through to Easter. And so there was a few things that we did. So we weren't allowed to have any sweets, and we're French too. So the French Canadians are, for the most part, mostly Catholic. Okay, I'm just going to take a look at my thing here, and I need to make sure I do this correctly. Okay, so I'm going to make this part the top. So that means I want to add this guy on this way, because I want the big part to be at the top, and I also want this part to match the front of this. So when it sits on your wrist, you see this and you see this. So that's why because I didn't do it for the others, and that's where I was running into trouble pulling them apart, and then I damaged them. So yeah, Ash Wednesday. Well, actually, would start with Palm Sunday, not Ash Wednesday. So Palm Sunday is when Jesus is brought in to be tried, I guess, and they use the palms to fan, I guess, like they were ridiculing him because he was supposed to be the king, and they're using the palms like bowing to the king kind of thing, right? So it was ridicule. So anyway, they take those palms and they burn them, and then they take those ashes, and on Ash Wednesday, and I'm probably getting this all wrong, so it's my Catholic upbringing is not coming through all the way. Anyway, so yeah, Ash Wednesday, you go, and it's kind of the beginning of a mourning period, and they put the sign of the cross on your forehead with the ashes to mark you like others were marked. But and again, I could be wrong about all that. But so like I said, we weren't allowed sweets, but we still got allowance. So what we would do, okay, I need a bead here, a gold bead. So what we would do is we would take our allowance money, me and my younger sister, well, and I think my older sister too, we would buy a basket, like an Easter basket, and then we would buy candy with our allowance, which we didn't always buy candy with our allowance, but we had to then because we weren't allowed. So we would buy candy and we put it in the basket, but we couldn't eat it. Needless to say, we did a lot of cheating, sneaking. There was a whole lot of sneaking going on. Oh my gosh. You have one, I won't tell mommy. And then they turn around and say, you have one, I'll have one, and then we won't tell mommy. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm telling mommy you ate your candy. C'est la carême. So that's the Lent in French is carême. Oh my gosh. So there's more. I had never heard of an Easter egg hunt. That totally, we don't do that. And as my parents would say, c'est les Anglais qui fait ça. Because we'd be like, how come we can't have one? An Easter egg hunt. And my mom would say, that's the English people that do that. Isn't that funny? Yeah. You wouldn't get away with that kind of discrimination today. But then back then, I mean, we drove in cars without seatbelts. So there's that. But okay, let me squinch this one. And yeah, so I remember Good Friday, and I'm sorry if I'm jumping around here. There's just so much going on in my little pea brain. So Good Friday, we would go to Mass, and we had to do the Stations of the Cross, which I actually really liked because when I was a kid, I mean, I've always been an artist. They had these, the church that we went to the most had an incredible art, stained glass windows and sculptures and the frescoes, and so I used to love doing the Stations of the Cross because you got to see all the different stories depicted in these. I say frescoes, but they're like sculptures on the wall kind of thing, and I don't know if that's the right word. But then when we came home, we weren't allowed to use electricity. So you're probably like, what the hell does electricity have to do with anything? So I'm going to tell you the way my mom told me. We're in mourning. If your father died, would you not turn all the lights off and sit in the dark? That was her explanation as to why we weren't allowed to use electricity. So I remember one time, I was probably 12 years old, 10, 12 maybe. And the Bay City Rollers were going to be on TV. This is, let me see if I can do this with the other hand. And we were, and of course back then when stuff was on TV, you had to watch it then because it wasn't going to be replayed. And we didn't have any DVRs or VHS to record it. So can't seem to get that one closed up. It looks like a Pac-Man. Okay. That one's done. So now we're going to do the next one and the next one. Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, so my parents had the neighbors over and they were playing cards in the kitchen. And me and my sister, we weren't even allowed to read books. Get that. Well, we couldn't. There was no lights. Oh my gosh. So we sat in the living room staring at the TV, pretending that there was something on and we were enjoying it. That was our passive aggressive way of saying, this is not right. We're being deprived. So then my parents with the neighbors were playing cards, and me and my sister were like, that's not right. They're gambling. That's terrible. How is that morning? So then they started laughing and carrying on, and I'm like, okay, I've had it. So I went in, and my sister and I had a discussion about who was going to go in, and of course, I win because I'm have the biggest mouth and will say anything, right? So I went in and I said, it's just not right. You guys are gambling and playing cards, and you're supposed to be in mourning while we sit in quiet on the couch without the TV. Guess what we were watching? Bay City Rollers. I actually saw them in concert. That's so funny. I haven't admitted that to anybody, not even to Jen. I think with groups like that, if your friends were into it, that was one of the times I succumbed to peer pressure, because usually I didn't. I was into all the old folk music and stuff like that, so that I didn't really care for them. It was just because everybody else was into it, and there was the whole costume aspect of it. You got dressed in tartan, and yeah, that was silly. Silly. So what else about Easter? I'm trying to think. So my sister Sylvia and I were the youngest of 9 kids. So by the time the older kids were out of the house, they were married and had kids of their own and stuff. Oh, well, I didn't explain either. So we would get chocolate for Easter morning. So my mom would buy like Easter eggs and chocolates and stuff like that. And so my older siblings would buy us stuff too. So we ended up with a crazy amount of chocolate for Easter. I can't get this one on. I'll have to switch it out with another one. There, that went on. So these are the pearls from Butterfly Beads, and they're doing really well. I'm impressed. So I found that some of I guess 6, 8, and 10 millimeter pearls flake a bit, but nothing major, just the normal, what you would expect. And I'm finding these are the 4 millimeters, and they're super. They're not flaking at all. Now, I mean, once they're on and being worn, it might be a little different, but so yeah, me and my sister had a ton of chocolate, and I remember going to one of the opening games for the Toronto Blue Jays with the New York Yankees, and you could buy a ticket in the bleachers, the cheap seats, for $2. But if you went to the corner store, which was like it was called Max Milk. It was like a franchise, and they sold cheap milk there. So what my mom would tell us, go to Max Milk and get yourself a baseball ticket. If you went to Max Milk to get your baseball ticket, it was only $1. They were a sponsor. That's probably why. So I mean, $1 for a baseball game, and 25 cents for your streetcar ticket to get there each way. So for $1.50. So it was out at the stadium was outside by the lake, so it was really cold, their first games, and we would bring our sleeping bags and our Easter bunny, or one of them, like these thick chocolate, the flat ones in the shape of an Easter bunny. We'd bring those with us, and we'd sit all bundled up. We'd get inside our sleeping bag and sit down and hold it up around our neck and be sitting there chewing on our chocolate Easter bunny, watching baseball games. That was fun. That was fun. Okay, we're almost there. See if I can get these on without having to pick them up. So yeah, let me know what you do for Easter or what you've done. Now, when I was in North Carolina working, so I soon found out about the Easter egg hunt. And I'm trying to think what we did when we were there. I know I brought it up for a reason. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. So in the Kmart and Walmart, the clothing that was something that we did. We got a new outfit for Easter. But our outfits were pretty basic. It was whatever the style was. When I was in North Carolina and my sister came to visit, I'm like, you have to see these outfits. So the little dresses with the hats with the flowers, I think we ended up buying my niece's dresses, and like the patent leather shoes and oh my god, and with all the frills. So adorable. And super cheap. Because that's the thing, you might have been able to get something like that in Toronto, but it would have been really expensive. But I mean, everything I found when I moved to North Carolina, I was stunned at how cheap everything was. Like inexpensive cheap. I was sending clothes, like brand new clothes, to my sister in big boxes. That's how cheap it was. Like I remember they had a clearance at Walmart for sweatpants and sweatshirts for kids. They were $1.50. So like 50 cents for one or $1 for one. I was like blown away. I'm like, that's nuts. But we're almost there, and so I'm doing pretty good. My hand's doing pretty good, and I apologize. Because I was painting. I've got to get in there with I used a brush, but it didn't get all the way in. My nails are getting long because of the recovery. The other thing is I'm not in the pool, so when I'm in the pool, my nails are short because they get soft and they crack. So actually, I'm surprised. I counted these out the same as, and you know what? I didn't put it through the, oh my gosh, guys, you're supposed to tell me. That's it, I'm not talking anymore. C'est toute ta faute. Oi. This, I'm gonna cry if it doesn't go through. Let me see. Oh, it's getting, oh, there we go. That's easier. And that's what I don't want to do here. You see how it's flipping it, and I'm trying not to think about it because it drives me nuts. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. It's like, it's not so bad. It's just when you don't have that extra hand, it's it like I'm at my limit with it. I'm so like the other day, and that's why you haven't seen me much because I was like I have to think of something else to do because this is, and I forgot to put a bead on there. Crap. I forgot to put the gold bead. Okay, I have an idea what I'm gonna do to fix that because I have a long line here. I'm gonna just do it here and then I'll pull it back out, clip that, put a new one on. But yeah, so I'm getting so frustrated. Like I can't do anything with it, my hand. Okay. So you see, oh, there's another one here. Let me add this one. I don't know if this is the one I couldn't thread. I think there's probably enough. And then, oh, we need the seed bead or the crimp bead. Oh, the other thing that I ordered, so I ordered a bunch of stuff from Beadalon. And then I ordered from Raven's Journey. So you have to be a wholesaler for that. So I managed to take care of that. So I'm so excited. Now I have to call them probably on Tuesday. And get the order confirmed. So this is what I was talking about. I'm going to leave all that line and then I'm going to clip this one and pull it through. Like that. Clip this one. Make sure I clip the correct one. Okay, yes, there, look at that, how easy that was. Let's put the crimp cover on it first though. There we go. Okay, let's bring this guy back and that and that there. Don't forget to put the gold bead on. Oh. You see how like minutely obsessive I am? Like somebody else would just said, wow, whatever. These are actually gifts, so that's why I'm a little, and I don't know what to do about these pinch bales because I'm a little worried that they're not going to hold up. But I don't know what else to do. If you guys have a link for a nice chunky gold pinch bale-ish kind of thing, I would love to know where to get some. So funny, I never understood what pinch bales were, and I was like, then when I saw them, like, yeah, whatever. I'm not like I wasn't into making necklaces, and I think I may have seen it once used on a bracelet, like the ones that are sliders that slide on. That is already flipping. There, got it back. Okay. Let's turn this a bit here. Oh, it's a bit too high up. It's gonna get jammed in there. There. And that is how easy it is if you don't drive yourself nuts with the color set. I'm obsessive, especially about the colors. Okay, this is not, I can't get in here. We need another one of these. And I was going nuts looking for the small ones of these, and all I could find was my big ones, and my big ones suck. They're really hard to press down, and they don't close properly. So I'm searching and searching. It was sitting on my desk. Of course. Okay. So I am going to put these in an envelope. They're for my family. They know who they are. I'm going to have to confirm their addresses are all correct. But I am going to put a bunch of what do they call it? The grass, the Easter grass? Or the bunny grass? I'm going to put some of that in, and maybe some carrots like I put in my other packages. And then I'm going to put these beauties in. So there we go. Let's take a look at these. Look at this. So there. This one is champagne, this color here. I could have done it, I did actually do it with 6mm, but I found it was too much. I liked these being the focal, so these are just little accents. And the beautiful bunny, he's going to sleep. He's going to go hide in the grass. So then I have this gorgeous blue strand. So everybody gets a different one. And this one is the, I want to say goldenrod, but I think it may be a peach gold. That. And then this one is the, I don't know what they call this one, like a dark bronze. And it's awesome. So there are those lovely bracelets. Thanks for joining me, and let me know what you're doing for Easter. And we will talk soon. And definitely I'll have to do the unboxing of Peggy's beads. They're amazing. Take care, everybody, and be well. Bye for now.